What do I got? Okay. 8.1 is the last section. Where's 8.1? Okay, so chapter 8, first 4 sections. I'll make those videos right now. Okay, the 8.1 section is an expansion to your geometry. I don't know if you guys remember angle, 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 side angle, all that stuff that you use to prove triangles congruent. All those little tidbits of information are used to find all the rest of the tidbits of information. That is part of the reason they match, because if you can find some things that match that tell you about a triangle, you can find all the things that match. So in geometry, you've just kind of given it the minimum. This, you're using that minimum to find all the other pieces. The first section is law of sines, which is just 3 fractions, all equal to each other, all ratios, proportions, that whole setup. I have done all of these problems. It did take a lot of pages because I tried to take my time on them. Almost all of these problems have 3 steps, and what I've tried to do is the first few I sketched out, then I left the blanks. I filled in what they told you in the problem. I left the blanks. I've worked them out. The answers that fill in those blanks are in the problem, because it can't be too easy, you know. I do have a few deliberate mistakes on here. I know there's a few of these triangles that make more than one triangle, because if you look back through the chapter in the law of sines, you'll see what's called the hinge effect, and I think that's side angle setup. You know what? At this point, if you guys were math majors, it would be different. You'd have to retake the class anyway, I suspect, if you were going someplace else. However, there's like 2 of them in this whole set of problems. So if you just did this on your own and ignored that, even if you knew about it, you're still going to pass. It's still going to be like a 90. So I just ignored it. I did not deal with that. I usually do a whole little song and dance thing in class with the hinge, and sometimes we do the straw thing like we do in high school, but no, don't worry about it. So just know that there's some of these, and when you look in the back of the book, they may not match. Don't stress about that. I will tell you though, if somebody doesn't look through the notes and does them out of the book and just copies them on the test, I'll know who's looking at the notes and who's not. The other one, let's see, there was one I even wrote a note. That one's smeared, but alright. Let's see. That's okay. Pretty straightforward. Rolling. Let's see. 8, you get some impossibilities. You'll have some things that turn out that they're not triangles. They're giving you information that just doesn't work. Here's what I want to say about that. If you were good at this, if you had done this enough to know what you were doing and you were comfortable and secure in your answers, which means you'd be a lot further along in the class or a lot further along in what you wanted to know, it would be easy to get a wrong answer and think, I know I did that right, and go back and check and then realize that you have something that doesn't make a triangle. The problem with doing this right now is that you don't know if your answer is right or not. You're not comfortable with what you're doing. You're learning something new. You have no time to get good with it. So I'm not crazy about the deal with they give you things that don't work. But I will tell you, like number 8 doesn't work. If you get a negative angle, it doesn't work. Where is... That one's okay. Looks like 13 and 14 both weren't triangles. And I got 16 is not a triangle too. I suspect one of those might be wrong. I don't see it. It must be in the other section. But I know in one of them, when I was doing it, I got like 89.999845, whatever. I'm pretty sure, actually I know, there's round off error in that. If you use the calculator and you don't round until the very end, you get a perfect right triangle. That's a technique thing. It's mostly because I'm better at doing this than you guys are. Don't stress about it. I even made a note so you can find it. I don't know if it's one on the test. I will freely admit that I did these and the test had already been written, so I have no idea which one made it on the test or not. But you can look through and find them. So that's the end of 8.1.